Hi everyone, we're here for this week's mini talk, which is more like a set of notices. And what we want you to do this week for the mini talk in order to prepare for this Sunday with our new series, which is all about why we exist, is to read Matthew chapter 9. Really simple, like the headlines of what we want to say today is read Matthew chapter 9. Matthew's in the New Testament, the kind of last bit of the Bible. These are the words of Jesus, and we're really excited about this journey we're going to go on together. But in order to do that, you can really help us by reading Matthew chapter 9. So we want to encourage you to do that.
Take your time with it. Read it prayerfully. Read it a few times over. That is our main kind of headline to you today.
Yeah, so that's kind of the mini talk for this week. Read Matthew chapter 9. But before we kind of finish, we just wanted to take a few moments to update you on where we're at as a church. It's been really exciting, the journey we've been on up until this point, but it's also been really hard. House church is great, but it's difficult. There's lots of wonderful stories, but it's really hard. But we want to keep on thriving as a church during this season. We don't just want to survive, we want to thrive. So I'm going to share a little bit about what's been going on in some of the churches.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we totally. If you're arriving here feeling kind of like life just feels fragmented still, and church particularly feels fragmented. We know there's been so many beautiful things that have emerged out of house church, but it's also been really hard. So kind of we hear you. If that's where you're coming today, we really hear that. But house church has been amazing as well. It's been this space for kind of new voices to lead and to have a go, new people to host, and that's all been really, really special. And I guess. One little story would be just that good friends of the Bolts were able to join us a week and a half ago and just kind of become a part of us for that Sunday. And we don't know how long they're going to be about, but they're here. And so while they're here, they're able just to become a part of the family. And they let themselves in. They saw the sign at the door. They knew they were welcome, and they came in and joined. And then their kids were able to come to our first teenagers gathering as well, with our amazing kids and have a really special fire pit night. And you just realise that there is, you know, in all the kind of difficulty, in all the kind of dispersed nature of this season, actually there's been so many little moments and so many just ways that we can really easily gather people in and invite people in. And tell us about the evening as well, because that didn't even exist until COVID struck, but that's emerging too.
Yeah, at 7 p.m. at our house, we've started this kind of mini house church, which is a new gathering. And when we looked around the other day, there were about 12 of us at the gathering, which was really, really good. And as we looked around, all of the people in the room were new. A year ago, those 12 people weren't at our church. And we thought, how good is that? How exciting is that? I met someone on the bus and we got chatting. They saw some of the stuff. Yeah, they saw some of the stuff that we do with Active Sunday, where we're kind of out in the community, where our faith actually becomes real and we actually do stuff. They saw that and they wanted to be part of it, and now they come along in the evening. Someone else has brought a friend along, and I got the opportunity to pray with them at the weekend. Lots of really exciting stuff's happening, and in the evening, like, we feel like we're just at the start of something.
Yeah.
And in our other house churches, we feel like we're just at the start of something. It's really hard, but God is using us for some reason at this time for this thing.
And so I think in a season where lots of churches actually understandably are really struggling and are declining, or just kind of not knowing how to move forward, I think actually we are the kind of church. There's a flexibility, there's a grace for change, there's a fluidity, we're kind of up for changing shape, and that is a gift in this time, because that means that actually we can grow in a time where many churches are concerned about decline and how they're going to remain open. And funding their buildings and all the kind of struggles that churches go through. Actually, we are a church that can change shape, change form, and respond to all that God is calling us to. And so we think there is a sense of growth, a sense of growing in size, a sense of growing in depth, that actually there's space and time to go deeper with one another. And there's a sense of growing in diversity, new demographics that are being reached. In the evening, it's a number of young adults and then a number of kind of older adults. But there's this lovely kind of dynamic with that new demographic being brought in. And I feel excited by that. I feel excited by that sense of, as the planes fly over, I feel excited by that sense of growth that actually we can lean into. And so at this point, it felt just so important, didn't it, to, as a church, to become even clearer on who we are and what we're about, to get really clear, refine the vision that the church already has, but refine it even more and get even clearer, revisit that together as a community so that we can get on and do the things that God is calling us to. So that's the invitation. We've prayed for the last week, we've had pop-up prayer events, we've been praying on our own and with others, and now we want to lean into who are we? Why do we exist? And let's do that journey together for the next 4 weeks.
So read Matthew chapter 9. We're going to be thinking about why we exist. As we're dispersed as a community in different places, more than ever, we need to know why we exist and who we are. And the great thing is you get to co-create that with us. We're not wanting to say, this is where we're going, this is what we're doing. We want to invite you on that journey. So come along, join the house church, come on Sunday to the immersion and read Matthew chapter 9. There's some really great stories that have emerged already, but we're not going to tell you them yet. We'll let you know in the mini talks.
Watch this
Space. All right, we'll see you soon. Thank you so much.
See you
Have a
guys.
good day. Bye.